Hi everyone, I'm Jeff from CineD, and today on my table is a 21.5-inch production monitor from OSEE, the LCM215-HDR+. So without any further ado, let's dive into all the specifications of this production monitor. So when you receive the monitor, it comes in foam packaging, but unfortunately there is no included carrying case. So here we have the lock screw for the light stand mount at the back of the monitor and the sun hood. Let's open it and you will find the monitor and the power cord is just behind it. So let's grab it with the built-in carrying handle. One nice thing is that it has a set of tiny feet, so you can put it directly on the table or on the ground, for example. The OSEE LCM215-HDR+ is a 21.5-inch production monitor with a maximum resolution of 1920 by 1080. This is a white LED display with a contrast ratio of 1000 to 1. The screen is fairly matte and it has a large viewing angle. But here comes one of the biggest selling points of this production monitor. It has a maximum brightness of 1500 nits. Usually, a monitor with a brightness over 1000 nits is daylight viewable. Having such a bright monitor is great when you are shooting outside in bright sunlight or even in big studios with many lights around you. At the back of the monitor, you will find two 3G HD SD-SDI input ports, one HDMI input and one analog video input port with a BNC connector. The monitor can take input signals up to 1080p at 60 fps and it has one 3G HD SD-SDI output port. Below the video connectors, you will also find a 3.5mm headphone jack, a 3.5mm audio input, a USB port for firmware update and load custom lots, and an RS485 connector, which are two RG45 ports next to each other for remote control. At the back, you will also find the V-mount or gold mount battery plate connected to the monitor with a 4-pin XLR cable. There is a power connector if you want to power the monitor from wall power. Last but not least, my unit came with an optional chest plate attached to the back of the monitor. This plate has multiple 420 and 3816 mounting points and you can put up to two chest plates, one on each side, at the back of the monitor. As you can tell, this production monitor is massive and weighs no less than 9.5 kilograms without a battery attached. So it's not the kind of monitor you will always bring with you. The build quality is pretty good. The front of the monitor is made out of rigid plastic while the back is all metal. However, the fact that it does not come with a dedicated carrying case means that you will have to invest in a third-party solution if you want to protect it. At the bottom of the monitor, you will find all the control buttons. These buttons are very soft and I'm not a huge fan of these since you don't have any tactile feedback when pressing them. Talking about the build quality, let's talk about the light stand mount at the back of the monitor, which is quite loose. The light stand mount still feels solidly attached to a light stand, but it has some play in it and is not the sturdiest part of this production monitor. As I said, the LCM215-HDR+ has a maximum brightness of 1500 nits, which is perfectly daylight viewable. I did some tests and found a maximum brightness of around 1411 nits. Also, I did some color accuracy testing and found a delta E of around 1.8, which is really good. Obviously, this display is not a touchscreen, so you have to use the buttons at the bottom of the monitor to navigate inside the menu system. If you press the top or bottom arrows, you access the quick menu to adjust the backlight, sharpness, brightness, contrast, saturation and speaker volume. You must press the OK button to enter the main menu. Then the menu window pops up, which is divided into 5 categories: status display, input configuration, color management, user configuration, and IMD configuration. Inside the menu, you will find all your settings and monitoring tools like the waveform, vector scope, histogram, 3D LUT, focus assist, zebra, false color, and so on. In short, no monitoring tools are missing to expose and frame your shots properly. One nice thing is that you can activate multiple monitoring tools at once and place most of them anywhere you want around the screen with 8 built-in places. When your monitoring tools are set up inside the menu, you can assign whatever tool you wish to the 4 user-assignable buttons. These buttons allow you to quickly turn your monitoring tools on and off. You can power the LCM215-HDR Plus with either a V-mount or gold mount battery. The battery life is really good and you can run the monitor for around 3 hours with a 140 Wh V-mount battery. However, keep in mind that the battery plate does not have a D-tap output port, so your accessories like your wireless video receiver needs to be powered by the V-mount battery USB or D-tap output ports. I used this production monitor for a little over a month now on various kinds of shoots and I had a fairly good time with it. Of course, this kind of production monitor is not for everyone, especially if you are shooting as a one-man crew. But one thing is for sure, showing up on set with the LCM215-HDR Plus will impress your clients. With its high brightness of 1500 nits, this production monitor can get the job done in any shooting situations, inside or outside. I absolutely loved this monitor's matte display as it does not reflect the sunlight and stays perfectly viewable even without the included sun hood. Having a production monitor in your filmmaking kit is a luxury and not always necessary. Yet, if you plan to use it often, rent it to other people, or if the type of shoots you do always require a production monitor, this OSEE production monitor offers hard-to-beat value for money. As always, you can read our in-depth review of the LCM215-HDR Plus on CineD if you want to learn more about it. That's it for me. Thank you guys for watching and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.